by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Winter Derby, Late Model Derby, presented by RaceEPI.com. Joined tonight by my good brother, Mr. Sam Baumgarten. Sam, how you doing tonight, brother?
Doing good tonight, man. This is actually going to be a really big event here. First one for us here on True Sim Productions. Night one here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, going to be two splits of qualifying, 50 drivers in each one. We'll be going through as they go out on the track and everything. It seems like Tyler's getting everybody lined up on pit road, getting them ready to go right now. There is a pole award after tonight, sponsored by BK Paints. So shout out to BK Paints for sponsoring the pole. They're going to be taking home $50 if you line up on the pole tonight. And it looks like whoever gets first and second out of the two splits, Tanner, they're going to be automatically advanced into the main on Sunday. So, but it looks like drivers 3 through 82 are going to be running the heat races here in the next couple of days.
Right, so it's an action-packed week we have for you in store here on True Sim Productions. Like tonight, Sam said, prelim night number one. Just focusing on qualifying tonight, just trying to make it into the next round. What's the next round? Sam mentioned it. It's heat races coming to you on Thursday night. And then the feature event where it is $1,100 to win Sunday night. 150 laps at 5 Flags. For right here, you see the middle of the screen. We've got about 22 minutes roughly before qualifying actually begins. We fired up the show a little bit early here just to give y'all folks a pre-show, maybe talk to a few drivers, talk about what we have to expect here. But with $1,100 on the line, Sam, I'll be honest, I expect tempers and I expect carnage. What about you?
Well, honestly, Tanner, I expect really close racing. We're going to see what happens here in qualifying tonight. As always, it is going to be an open setup race. We know that from prior years. This is our first time doing this event. However, when we watch the qualifying times, everybody's going to be super close together. We know these cars drive like slot cars, especially at a short track like this. It's going to be really close, tight racing, probably a little drama, the typical short track drama, and I can't wait for it.
I can't wait for it either. So 100 drivers have looked and come and put their name into the hat to try this event out. Going to be 50 drivers in each session. So after the first 50 goes, you have to bear with us. We're going to jump over to the second session, get them rocking and rolling, and then we'll be right back on the screen. But if I'm in this first session, I know I don't want to be within the first couple drivers, right? I want to see what time gets put down first before I have to go out there.
Yeah, you definitely want to be around the middle, maybe even honestly, Tanner, the last driver, and then you can really stack yourself up to what times have been ran, kind of compare yourself. But if you're going out first, you got a long time to wait to see where you're going to stack up against all these drivers.
Absolutely. We were actually was privileged enough to talk to Tyler Payne earlier before we went live, the owner of EPI, one of the guys putting this show on, and he told us actually if you're going late into the qualifying order, so say you're 40th to 50th, and that's when you have to go out to qualify, he said it's actually a hindrance. It's not a good thing because more rubber gets laid down on this track surface. Naturally, slower these cars are going to go. It's opposite in real life. Usually the drivers want some rubber on, but this is a sim, right? iRacing simulator. In terms of the sim world, more rubber means, well, you're probably going to be a little slower. So you're at a disadvantage if you're on that back half. But do you have the advantage, like Sam said, of seeing the times higher and prior?
Well, the biggest thing, Tanner, that like I said, Tyler's getting all these guys lined up on the pit road right now, and what that means is they have to sit in their cars. They're not going to be able to move. They're not going to be able to make any adjustments here before they get called out to go take their qualifying laps. So that's something else we got to keep in mind. It's pretty much run what you brung. They had a practice session right before we went live. We saw a bunch of guys in there making some final tune-ups on their cars. Now it's what do you got? Let's see what you got. Where are you going to stack up here for this main event on Sunday?
Exactly, folks. And like I said, $1,100 for the winner. I can promise you there's been a lot of laps done by a lot of these drivers for, shoot, not even this week. I'm going to say the last month, right? So now, basically, everything you've done leads you to this point. Now you're stuck in the car. You're not changing nothing, right? You can change literally nothing sitting there. So you got to hope and pray you had it right and had it the way you wanted it when you entered.
Well, it looks like they're still trying to get everybody lined up here on pit road here. And what do you say we bring up our first person interview tonight and get to know some of these drivers who are going to be racing for some money here later on in the week?
Let's do it, brother. I'll let you pull them up. You pull up whoever you want to talk to, whoever we want to chat with here.
Well, you had a list, didn't you? Who'd you have first on your list?
Anybody, brother. We had a lot of folks. So that was one cool thing was all the drivers basically said, yeah, they would come. Let's do Dustin. Dustin, he told me how to pronounce his name. That's also another thing, guys. Another reason why I want to do the pre-race show. We will butcher some last names tonight, right? I can almost guarantee it. So Dustin Slider.
Down in race room, it looks like 5. All right. So let's move him up in the broadcast booth here, and you got him.
Dustin, this is Tanner Marr and Samuel Baumgartner in the TSP booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Tanner, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I bet you're doing good too, but I bet the nerves are probably hitting right now as y'all are sitting in the car waiting to actually go out and qualify. What's your thoughts going into tonight, brother? What's expectations for you?
Oh man, we got a fast ass qualifying car. I think we'll be all right. It's just a matter of executing, right? Your pre-race jitters are definitely setting in, and basically the team's done everything they can to put the car together, and I just got to execute.
So we have a list, Dustin, but we have all kinds of lists right now, right? We're trying to keep track of. Tell us here what time are you going to go out? Like what's your number?
I am number 45 of split 2. Believe it or not. So I was in here with the teammates here talking to a couple of teammates who are going in split 1.
Right.
And we're just keeping a close eye on that first group of qualifying and seeing what the track's going to do. I think that does put us at a little bit of advantage going so late in group 2. We get to make a decision on what we want to do based off of what happens with group 1.
Right, and you get to see quite a few go out and put laps down, right? So that's going to also help y'all out. Well, Dustin, we're going to try to get through rapid fire of these, brother. Let the fans know at home where you from, who you racing for, and we'll let you get back down there.
Dustin Slider, Glovebox Motorsports. Got Barbara Ford on board with all the team. Nitro Racing's been working on the car. Worked closely with RKM in the qualifying. I personally did anyways for my qualifying set. And then BK Paints. Got to thank Brandon Holder, GT Hawkins, Matt Coker, and Jimmy Babs. All those guys. I'm sure I'm forgetting a few for all the help.
Right on, buddy. Well, let's get down there and get even more prepared. It's like you're pretty prepared. Got a bad hot rod. Good luck to you, buddy.
Appreciate you.
All right, Tanner. Who's next?
Just pick somebody.
How about Jason Day? We said we talked to old Maple Leaf Muscle.
We'll let you handle Day.
All right, I'm bringing him up. Jason Day driving the number 52 here tonight, getting ready for qualifying. Tanner and Sam up here. You got us?
Yeah, just hold on. I'm trying to listen to this count here.
He's trying to go ahead and get lined up properly there, ladies and gentlemen. So just bear with us a moment.
The nerves. I mean, the nerves have to be crazy right now for all these drivers.
Absolutely. You kind of just heard it in Jason's voice right there too, a little bit, right? Like, hang on. I'm listening to what these guys are saying here.
I think we're still in his ear. That's the beauty of it. Then why don't we plop him down and we'll give it a minute and we'll bring him back up. That way we're not bothering him. And well, Jason, we'll talk to you in a minute, Bubba.
I just moved him. All so, right. What do you think here, Tanner?
I
Let's see here.
I think you see and hear a little bit of anxiety in that voice of Jason Day right there. So he's definitely somebody I want to speak to. We'll give him. Let's wait till the timer says 15 minutes on the screen, and then we'll start trying to interview people again. Maybe they're being told where to go right now. I haven't paused, so I can't see. But Five Flags, Sam, like it, dislike it. I know it's a track a lot of people like, but somebody like Mark, he hates it. What's your thoughts?
I haven't raced here a whole lot, Tanner. Honestly, I did a lot more broadcasting for you and Crooked Line and watching races here. So the product it puts on it for a broadcast is actually really, really good. So, but as a driving perspective, I really don't have an honest opinion. I would imagine it looks fun. It looks like it's a blast. But from a broadcasting perspective, yeah, always puts on a good show.
I'm expecting like close, right on top of each other racing. I'm expecting tempers. I'm expecting lap times here to between the 100 people. You're going to see a lot of variance, right? Because it's a lot of people. But I think within the top
Absolutely.
10, I bet they're all going to be right there on top of each other, just right there, threading the needle.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Tanner. I think we're going to be seeing drivers, like you said, in the top 10 within a tenth of each other at the very least.
Yep, I agree. All right, so folks, there's about 14 and a half minutes before qualifying gets started here. We're going to see if maybe we can dial up Mr. Maple Leaf Muscle again, Jason Day, if maybe he can hear us now and come up here.
And he's almost lined up on pit road here, Tanner. So if we just wait a couple more seconds, we can bring him on up.
Right on. Also, folks, behind me, I know I got a big head, but I'll try to let you see one side of it. Maybe a big head and a big torso, right? So it kind of blocks a lot of it. But you see all the fine sponsors that help put this event together. Warrior Wraps, Rowdy's Barbecue Pit, Rowdy's Lawn Care, Caudal Captures, BK Paints, Emerald Coast Coins, and Barber Ford. So shout out to all of them. And one not even pictured there, not even mentioned, is Elite Performance Industry. RaceEPI.com put this on for all of you, no matter what. You just sign up, come out here and race, and we're all going to have a good time. What's it look like now as far as Jason Day, my brother?
Jason Day has stopped on pit road, so we can bring him up if you want him.
Let's get him.
All right, let's try one more time. Jason Day, Sam and Tanner up in booth. You got us.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Maple Leaf Muscle. We were talking to you a little bit there while the practice session was going on. Didn't seem like you were too confident. You had a chance to go turn some practice laps. How do you feel now?
Feel okay. It's a little bit disorganized right now, so it's just a lot of listening. Guys trying to figure out where they need to go. It's tough trying to get everybody lined up, kind of like real life. So it's I give hats off to the admins for trying to make this work
Right.
and make it more like real life. It's confusing. It's hard to do. So we'll just have to see how everything works out here.
Well, Jason, you're rolling off 39th in qualifying tonight. Do you think that's more beneficial to you, or would you have rather gone earlier?
If I keep my eyes closed and I don't look at the times, I guess it's probably okay. But I don't know. I think either way, it doesn't really matter. It's just got to make clean laps and not mess up and not overdrive and not underdrive. And I don't know. I'm just a little nervous. Don't know really. Feel like I'm over my head right now. But yeah, I'll see how it goes.
All right, Jason. Well, all I can tell you, brother, is take a deep breath. I think you're going to do just fine. But who you got to shout out here before we throw you back down there?
Well, thanks to everybody at EPI for putting this on. All their sponsors. Thanks to you guys at TSB for broadcasting. It's great to have guys I know broadcasting it, so at least somebody might talk about me. So that's kind of nice. And thanks to everybody at Five Kings Motorsports and all our sponsors. I'm too nervous now to remember who they all are, but yeah, just thanks everybody for putting it on, and hopefully everybody watching enjoys it. And let's have a good time.
All right, brother. Like I said, just take a nice deep breath. You got this, and hopefully we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Thanks, guys.
Sam, Jeb Jones is next on our list, but the nerves, it may sound funny, right? But I promise you, the nerves are definitely there for a lot of these guys out here. I mean, $1,100, you don't race for this every week in a league, you know? This is something completely different. But yeah, Mr. Jeb Jones, if you can find him for me, Sam.
Yep, I got him, and now you do.
Mr. Jeb, Tanner Marr, Sam in the TSP booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So, Jeb, I was looking at some of the practice times. Looked like you were up there near the top of the board, right, as far as your time was concerned during practice. So, that entail means you have a pretty quick hot rod there?
Oh yes, I mean Trevor Edwards. Trevor and Josh. They always build a pretty good car. I'm looking forward to seeing what I got. I'm really kind of relaxed, to be honest with you. I won, I guess, the most popular driver, so I have the provisional in my back pocket. So, if I don't do too good, I'm good.
You got insurance. You got an insurance policy there.
That's right.
Well, Jeb, so I'm not super familiar with you, but I feel like with speed like that and the provisional, most popular driver, we're obviously going to get to know you. Tell us where you're from, Jeb, and who you race for, and then we'll let you get back down there, brother.
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, okay, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. It's what's funny. We actually just left this track for the Snowball Derby, but didn't have any luck. Broke a rear end.
Sucks.
But yeah. But other than that, I mean, just Tyler and Trevor, Josh, they put a lot of work into this. Trevor's probably got the most laps than anybody in this whole session testing this setup. But just big thanks to them, and really looking forward to getting going.
Right on, Jeb. Well, good luck to you, buddy, and good talking to you.
Y'all too. Thank y'all.
Absolutely, boss. He mentioned somebody I kind of want to talk to. It's Mr. Trevor Edwards. I know him normally as the number 32. Drives for the shop. I know that. So we'll see if we can dial up old Trevor.
Give me 1 second here. You got him.
Mr. Edwards, you're live in the booth. Got copy?
I got you, buddy.
So, Trevor, I just heard through the grapevines that you have done maybe the most laps out of everybody in this session. Is that correct?
What, for like practicing?
Yeah.
I did a ton, especially for the fall brawl. The fall brawl setup kind of transferred over to this, so we got lucky there. But we have me, Justin Brooks, McCollum, Jinx. We have put in so many freaking laps the last week or so. I know we ran about 250 laps apiece last night for qualifying trim only.
So I wanted to ask you, Trevor, when you're putting in that much time for a setup, you obviously you want the race setup to be good, but when you're 100 people qualifying, only 30 are making it. How much time and effort, other than the, I guess, 250 laps you said of qualifying trim last night, how much effort's been put into that?
We've probably got 500 laps per person,
Wow.
like of the main builders for qualifying trim. But the thing is, a lot of the things are like tomorrow with the update, the track service update. We don't know if our heat race setup and feature setup is going to be any good tomorrow.
Right.
So that's why we focused on qualifying only last night, just because we don't know. We know our setups are good for that if it stays relatively the same. So just kind of planning for what we can plan for, and not,
Right.
overcomplicating things.
Right. That makes sense. That's actually really smart, because we do have a big update coming. We're supposed to be here today, right? But we're going to get it tomorrow. So, Trevor, we're trying to get as many people we can in. So, tell us where you're from, what team you race with, and any sponsors before we let you get out here, brother.
From Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Driver for the shop. Just got a thing. 1-8 Coffee Company, brand new company that Tyler just started. Go check them out. Get some samples. Caudal Captures, Justin Brooks Designs for this really good looking hot rod, and just all the guys that worked their tails off, man. We had 15 people in the test session last night just busting their tails. So hopefully it shows up tonight on the speed charts.
That is awesome. Well, good luck to you tonight, brother, and good luck the rest of the week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Sam, the floor is yours. You can take whoever now. I don't have it. If I pull up the list, I mess up the stream, so we'll let you pull up whoever you want to talk to now.
Oh, that's it's really a good question there, Tanner, because some of these guys didn't change some of their names, so I really don't know who's who right now.
Right.
Let's see here. I'll just go ahead and scroll down. Well, let's just say real quick, they did get the drivers lined up, ladies and gentlemen. So we are very close to starting our single car qualifying. Every driver's going to get 2 laps, if I'm not mistaken.
2 laps.
So 2 laps, and then we're going to jump into another session. We're going to do another 50 cars. So get ready. It's going to be a wild ride. It's going to be kind of a long night, but hey, that's what we got to do here to put on a good show here on TSP for the Winter Derby, sponsored by EPI, or presented by EPI, I should say. How about he's super close right here? How about Brandon Holder? Let's bring him up.
Sounds good. As I just had an Amber Alert come in on my phone. Well, who we got?
Brandon Holder. That's who we got.
Right on.
Brandon Holder, it's Sam and Tanner up in the broadcast booth. You got us.
Yes, sir. I got you.
So, hey, we're just kind of jumping around. We don't really know a lot of these guys, new names, new faces. So I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know where you're from and everything. And have you ever raced this event before? And are you nervous about tonight?
I'm Brandon Holder. I'm from Mammoth Spring, Arkansas. I have raced in snowball derbies before, not with this particular group.
All right, gotcha. So how's the nerves treating you tonight? Now that you got all the cars lined up, you guys are waiting to run your times. How you feeling?
Well, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not sure. I mean, I know what my team what times they're running. I'm not sure what the competition's running, so be anxious to see what the times to beat are.
Well, let's see. Where are you running off? Do you know off the top of your head where you're starting tonight? 45th.
45th, yep.
So I asked Jason Day this question. I'm going to ask you the same question. How do you feel about being so far down in the lineup? Do you think that's going to help you, or do you think that's going to hurt you?
Well, the track should be the same for everybody. I don't know. It may lay down some rubber. We've practiced on all kinds of conditions, so hopefully it's not an issue.
All right, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you talking with us. I'm going to give you another chance here. Shout out who you want to shout out. Any sponsors or any family members you got out there?
Yeah, I want to thank Dustin Slider for putting me in the race to begin with, and Jimmy Babb for the set, and all the guys that's worked on the set. And I appreciate y'all for broadcasting. Hopefully we make the show.
All right, man.
Right on,
Good
bro.
luck out there.
All right, Sam, we've got about 5 minutes or so, roughly, before qualifying gets started here. I would like to talk to Tyler before we throw it down trackside with some music and just until they start to roll off, but I know he's probably a busy man right now, so I'd hate to pull him up and interview him and interrupt him right now.
Well, I don't hear him talking to any of the drivers right now. Everybody's lined up. We can try pulling them up real quick if you want.
See if we can talk to him really quick.
Well, you got him.
Mr. Tyler Payne, Tanner Marr, Sam Baumgartner in the TSP booth. Got a copy?
Oh yeah, what's going on, man?
Man, oh man, sitting here living the dream. Now, for somebody like you, I bet my dreams are probably a little bit more nervous for you, right? Because you're one of the guys with your hands in this, making this all happen, correct?
Oh yeah, it's been fun to put together. Just hoping everybody has fun.
And that's we do these events. Yes, we put money on them, so like that. But at the end of the day, iRacing is something we're supposed to do for fun, right? And that's what's cool about this race. Not only are you going to have some fun, maybe beat and bang on the short track, but you're also racing for a little bit of money. What made you want to put on a show like this, Tyler? What made you want to do the snowball with being this big?
So I ran one 2 years ago when I first got on iRacing. It was an absolute blast, and the whole open qualifying deal like this on a broadcast, it just creates nerves and makes it a cooler experience, in my opinion. So last year, Carson Hosefar hit me up. We were going to do one. I think he got busy with the real life stuff, and that kind of fell through. So we were talking this summer, and I was like, man, I really want to do one. Then I remembered Speed 51 used to do a race. It was 10:51 to win. So I was like, well, man, like I just want to set the bar higher and put it at 1100.
Mm-hmm.
The money just creates a cool atmosphere. People, obviously high stress, but it's all just to have fun, man.
Right. I agree. Well, Tyler, we're going to let you get back down there, brother. We're going to throw it to some music on our end here in just a moment, and we'll be waiting for that qualifying to go.
Thank y'all for doing this, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us, brother.
That was the head of the show there, Tanner. You can tell he's got a lot on his plate right now, especially dealing with 50 drivers right now, trying to get them all lined up in the correct spot, I should say.
Absolutely. So, folks, you're going to lose our beautiful faces on here in just a second, as you should have just then. Boom. So cameras are off, Sam. We got that music rocking and rolling. Folks, we'll be back momentarily. You got about 2 minutes. And then the first cars are hitting the track. So stay tuned. We'll be back momentarily. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Joshua Rutherford from Mullet Music Productions with the fine music there for us here on True Sim Productions. Folks, I'm going to shield for a minute, but I have to, right? It's my job. We got about 4 minutes for qualifying starts. So I want you to look down at the bottom left of your screen, hit that thumbs up button. It helps us out a ton here on True Sim Productions. And also hit that sub button. We are on the road to 500 subscribers right now. And when we hit that, we actually get to become part of the YouTube content creator package. So if you could do that for us, that would mean the world. Sam, we're so excited, man. We've had a few technical difficulties in the background, but we are here. We're back, and it's almost go time, brother. How excited are you?
I'm pretty excited, man. You know, we were talking there while the mics were muted and everything, and you know, it wouldn't be us if something didn't happen, you know, with our overlay program or something. But you know, I'm glad you got it figured out, got everything working. Dude, I'm excited for this. This is actually going to be really awesome. I mean, we got 50 cars here about to qualify, another 50 here later, heat races later in the week, and $1,100 to the winner on Sunday night. One of the biggest events we've ever done here on True Sim Productions. I cannot wait.
I am really excited for it because it's right in my wheelhouse, right? Short track racing, grassroots style racing here at Five Flags in the late model stock. Fairly new car on iRacing, right? But these guys, you're looking at some of the who's who in regards to sim racing world, right? I'm looking at Riley Stidham, really quick. He's somebody you know about. Parker White, really quick. Trevor Edwards. I mean, the list goes on. I'd be here all night naming people off, right? Derek Kraus, Truck Series driver, he's out here. Parker Retzlaff, the Xfinity driver, he's out here. A lot of talent is in this field. Making that field, making, top 30? Making that, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough.
I'm excited to get into this qualifying, man. I mean, all these drivers have been working really hard on their setups. I'm just curious to see how close these times are going to be this evening.
And we see it, right, on True Sim Productions Wednesday night in the old late model series we used to do. Our top 10 in that league was always right there on top of each other. You're seeing a 10th throughout the whole field. Now, multiply that up to 100 drivers, and there's a lot more chance for there to be variables there. But I feel like it's still everybody's going to be right on top of each other.
Well, only a couple more minutes left here, Tanner. We should probably at least say first off on the grid tonight is going to be Jacob Harberts. So keep an eye out for Jacob Harberts to be making his way out onto the track here very shortly. They were waiting until 9 o'clock before they started putting cars out there. Like I said, they just got everybody lined up in the position to where they're going to be qualifying. Everybody's out sitting on pit road. They cannot make any more adjustments. So it's it. This is it, Tanner. Nerves are definitely setting in more than ever.
Absolutely. Not only for them, but for us too. So look at that too. Sunset, sun's going down. This track is going to change. So hopefully these drivers knew that and prepared for it, right?
Well, we were talking to a couple of drivers earlier, and they were worrying, hey, is the track going to rubber up here in qualifying? Is it going to make my setup a little bit slower? Remember, we were talking to Trevor. He said they were practicing with about 15 people just working on the qualifying set. Not only that, iRacing's getting an oval update tomorrow, so all their setups that they made for the feature here on Sunday probably not going to work anymore.
Right. So that would be irritating, right? As a driver, you put in all them laps. Shoot, we heard, go back to what Trevor said, 500 laps was put just for Q trim. So imagine what that means for the race trim, right? 500 laps. So these guys, they have been putting in the work. Look at all them cars parked out there, man. Super cool to see. Super excited to be here. And man, oh man, RaceCPI.com put on a good one here. 100 drivers vowing for $1,100 to take home. Absolutely insane here on True Sim Productions.
So here's the thing. We're talking about the main event on Sunday. I'm wondering how these heat races are going to play out because drivers are going to be trying to fight their way into the field and for a better starting position, I would imagine, if I'm correct, right?
Absolutely. So that's something we haven't really touched yet, right? Is heat racing.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
You think you're desperate tonight to make it in the show. Tune in Thursday because the desperation is going to get turned up a few more clicks.
So when it comes to those heat races, I mean, like I just said, you're going to be fighting for a transfer spot. You're going to be fighting for a better position. What are you going to do to make it in or to get a better starting spot for the main event? We're going to be seeing some bump and runs, maybe some drivers moving each other up the track. I think it's going to be more wild than the feature, to be honest, Tanner, because we know once you're in the feature, nerves kind of die down just a little bit. You're going to be sitting there and you're going to be, I'm in the main. It's all good. I'm just going to ride around for the first part of the race, see how my car feels, and go from there.
Absolutely. As our first taker when it comes to qualifying, Jacob Harvards comes around for his first of 2 laps here for the Winter Derby.
He's running the top side of the racetrack right here out at turn number 4 across the line for lap number 1. He's going to run a 16.72 for the number 80 of Jacob Harvards.
Now setting the bar, setting the standard right now, being the first car out. That has to feel like a disadvantage, right? As he comes out of turn 2, this is going to be it for him. Can he get a little quicker on his second lap? As he does get a little bit quicker with a 16.19.
It's a good lap out of that number 80 machine, actually. We were watching times there in that practice session. That's pretty close to the top times in that practice session, Tanner. So 16.19, setting the bar high here, first car out.
Absolutely. It's Timmy Holmes coming out for his qualifying effort in that beautiful number 6 Orange King Hawaiian machine. See what kind of times he can put down here.
Down and back straightaway here on lap number 1. Showing the number 6 on the side of the car, Tanner. And ladies and gentlemen, bear with us. A lot of the numbers are kind of wonky on us right now, so we're just going to call what's on the side of the car. Number 6, Timmy Holmes, first lap, 16.57. Down and back straightaway for lap number 2.
Now we saw Jacob get a little quicker on his second lap. Does Timmy do the same? As he does indeed with a 16.13, so 600 faster than Jacob.
Quick time right now, provisional poll for Timmy Holmes. But here's the thing, Tanner. This is something I found out, at least you knew about it. That second session, they can get the pole as well in that second session. So we're going to be comparing from each session here tonight.
Absolutely, as there may be some confusion on who the third driver is. Don't see anybody out yet.
Not seeing anybody out on the track either right now, Tanner. Just go ahead and kind of hang out. Looks like somebody's trying to make their way up towards the front there.
Bear with us just a moment, folks.
Looks like Jeb Jones, number 11. He's out on track right now.
Jeb Jones, number 11.
Just got the green flag there. He's going to go all the way down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Looks like he might have pushed a little tight, a little loose coming out of the corner down and back straightaway. He's using all that racetrack there in turns 3 and 4, crossing the line for lap number 1 for the 11 of Jeb Jones. Third is 16.62. We've been seeing drivers get quicker here on lap number 2. What's he going to throw down? Out of turn number 4 and across the line for the number 11 of Jeb Jones. Looks like it's only going to be a 16.20 for the 11 of Jeb Jones. Third out on the charts.
Waiting to see. Let me know when you see the third place qualifier. Or the fourth qualifier, please.
So the fourth qualifier looks like it's going to be Art Lucas. But he has not jumped out onto the track just yet, Tanner. I don't even see him in the session.
I was going to say, who's after Art?
Looks like Justin Bullock. So Justin Bullock is going to be the 5th one out.
The 81 machine rolling out right now. Going to be scored to 88 on that side ticker, but like Sam said, just pay that no mind. That's a beautiful white, light blue, maybe a little hint of purple in there for the 81s. He's coming here for his first of 2 laps.
Is that a Firebird?
That
Tanner?
is indeed, I'm almost positive, a Firebird. So a throwback machine too on this number 81. I like it.
So let's see what he does here. A lot of drivers were running the top side there in 3 and 4 on their first lap. Justin decides to use the bottom side of the racetrack. Lap 1 here for Justin is 16.54. Good enough for 4th position right now.
Well, can he get better here as he's entering 3 and 4? Walks it right down to the white line. Maybe caught a little apron. Got a little sideways there at the line. 16.34 for Mr. Justin, but still going to slot him in, P4.
It's not a bad time, though. I mean, it's still a lot of drivers to go. Again, that's why I was asking these drivers, Tanner, who was nervous about going this early? Looks like Caleb Hall's out on track next.
Caleb Hall on the 14, running that high side, get all the momentum he can in that late model stock number 14 machine. See what he can do here. Drives it all the way down, almost painting that white line. Actually overstepped it a little bit. Does not look to hurt him, though, here on exit.
He got really close to that outside wall. Going to use all the racetrack once again here on lap number 1. Let's see what kind of time he puts down. Crosses the line. 16.74. But remember, the second lap's been faster, so let's see what he does here. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4 for the number 14 of Caleb Hall. Out of turn number 4 and across the line. 16.22. He bumps up to 4th position.
As Kyle Meyer out as well. Sam, if there's anybody you want to interview after the qualifying too, just bring them up whenever. I'll let you handle that. Just tell me whenever you want. And we have, I believe, another Firebird out right here. It's the 88 of Kyle Meyer here. Or Meyer.
Lap 1 for Kyle Meyer in the 88. See what he does here in 3 and 4. This is something I want to pay attention to, Tanner, because they've all ran the bottom in 1 and 2, but have kind of used the middle high side in 3 and 4. I'm starting to see a pattern. First lap for Kyle Meyer, 16.90.
Really, really sideways right there, though, on that bottom. You can see he was trying to get everything he could out of it. See what the time, see what it fares like right here.
Out of turn number 4 and across the line for the number 88 of Kyle Meyer. Second fastest is 16.19. Good lap for Kyle. Looks like Hunter Harriet is going to go out next. Number 81.
As I am trying to find him. There he is. A lot of people in here, Sam. It's tough finding everybody.
There is a lot of people in here. 50 cars in SDK. You know how it is, Tanner. A lot of scrolling.
I'm scrolling forever. Forever trying to find them.
Well, it's first lap here for Hunter. Then across the line, let's see what he throws down. A 16.66. 7th on the charts, but he ran the high side both ends of the racetrack. So let's see what he does here on lap 2.
Did something different there, but right here on the bottom low side of the track at the line, he's going to cross with a 16.19. So look at everybody. Look, you got 3 drivers all 16.19 right now.
That is, we said it, Tanner. We said times are going to be close. Hey, how about it? Derek Kraus showing the number 29 right now out on track, Tanner. Number 9 in FPK to help you out.
Right. Number 9, number 29. Derek Kraus here at the line coming to start his qualifying effort. If that name sounds familiar, it's because it should be for a race fan. He raced in the truck series. Gonna come out here and do his doing. See what he can do. There's a lot of doings there, huh? Lap number 1.
Fastest.
16.64. I think we can go ahead and just pencil in that first lap is not the money lap.
No. We kind of knew that going into this, right? I mean, so let's see what he does here. Out of turn number 4, across the line for Derek Kraus. 16.14, good enough for second position.
Shout out to Timmy Holmes, holding down provisional pole with a lot of heavy hitters that's went. Now we got the 19 machine of Austin Evans, a great patriotic paint scheme. Love the way that car looks. Might be secretly rooting for it because that is a good looking paint scheme. As he ran the low side, Sam, on the outlap.
On the outlap, let's see what he does here on lap number 1. Again, most drivers go into the bottom side of the racetrack. We're going to have to see what they do once they go into turns 3 and 4. Everybody kind of running the middle to the top side. Looks like Austin's going to go straight to the bottom.
Low side rider, catfishing as the dirt guys call it. To the line right there. What did he get? P9 right now. Let's see if he can get a little bit quicker than that.
16.56 on his first lap into turns 3 and 4 for the final time on his qualifying run. Austin Evans out of turn number 4.
16.44.
Yeah, 16.44. So he's going to have to settle for 9th, and hopefully that lap sticks for him.
I mean, you don't want to be at the bottom half right now, that's for sure, because that's going to put you right there on that bubble that you don't want to be on.
Well, here's the thing, Tanner. When we mentioned both sessions are going to basically merge into each other. So when you go out to qualify for session number 2, you are qualifying for the pole. So those guys in session number 2 actually have a bigger advantage.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would much rather be in the second session.
Looks like Max Brady's out on track right now.
And another good-looking paint scheme. Throwback to Dale. And at number 3, Gold Machine has just started his qualifying effort here.
He goes to the top side in 1 and 2, so he's trying to build all the momentum he can out of that late model.
Very, very smart. Again, high side rider up there next to the wall. Cuts it down, but driving straight off the corner, trying to get as much momentum built as possible. At his first lap, throw it out. He's P10. We'll see what he does this time by, though. That first lap is all about getting that momentum up.
He definitely built it up running the high side of the racetrack on both ends.
Ooh, a little bobble there. A little bit of a bobble. That bobble's going to hurt him when everybody's on top of each other.
And it did. A 16.28, Tanner. Only good enough for 8th position.
Another heavy hitter coming out here, Ryan Kuhn. And a little bit of a festive Christmas scheme. Like to see it here for the Winter Derby.
I like that. I like that, actually, Tanner. It's got the red, it's got the green, and the white on there. Looks good in that number 72 machine, starting his qualifying run.
As this is a guy's name that a lot of iRacing people know as well. He was somebody that was a king in a short, super late model, right? I know he's just as good in these late model stocks, but a lot of competition out here. But I look for Ryan Kuhn to put down a heater right here. The standard might get raised.
First lap forms a 16.71, 11th out on the charts. I'm still seeing a pattern here, Tanner. Everybody kind of sets that bar right on the first lap. They're qualifying almost dead last, but watch out here for lap number 2.
See what he does at the line. What can Ryan Kuhn put up? He won provisional pole for the 72 machine with a 16.09.
It's a quick time for the number 72 of Ryan Kuhn. How about Cole Cabri out on track right now? Number 100.
Number 100, all black. Probably just got the car done. So going to see what he can do here. This might be the first time he's shaking it down. You don't know.
Yeah, they still got to get the decals on that car before the main, you know. They didn't have the time to get it done for qualifying.
Right. But look, it looks bad fast here for lap number 1. I don't care about it, but just kind of see. You can still kind of tell where they're going to be at with that first lap based on where it's at. As he just went 16.68. Going to see if he can get a little quicker here in the 100 machine. Look, he had a really good 1 and 2 on that second lap.
It's not a bad first lap, to be honest, if we're comparing to everybody else's first lap. Crosses the line, no, another 16.19, 5th position.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 drivers shown with a 16.19 on SBK.
Looks like the next car out on track, Tanner, is at number 25 of, I'm going to try his name, Leighton Seibel.
You know what's bad, Sam? He told me how to pronounce his name, and I don't remember it. Leighton looks perfect to me, and I won't even attempt the last name. I'll stay clear of it.
If you mess up your name, just go ahead and message Tanner. We'll get it squared away before the main. Don't worry, guys.
We will. I promise you.
There's 100 of y'all. Bear with us.
Hey, Sam, I'm sharing my screen now. I didn't realize I wasn't doing that. Oh, 25 gets really loose there. That's going to really, really, really hurt his time. Both laps because he got loose coming to the start-finish line.
Hey, how about it, Tanner? Out in chat right now, Podium Esports is out there watching us. So shout out to Podium Esports. Thanks for stopping by. He's correcting me on the pronunciation of Cole's last name, Cabri.
Cabri.
So, Cabri, yep.
Nice.
Thank you, Podium Esports.
Nice. Thank you for that.
Kenny Zeems is going to be out next, Tanner, number 21. Showing, I believe that's 15 on the side of the car, though.
Another good-looking paint scheme. That's going to be a cliche we say all night long as he's running that high side. Very, very smart is Kenny. Very fast in the short track ranks. Look for this number 15 to be a force to be reckoned with as well. Can he knock off Ryan Kuhn from provisional pole? We're about to find out.
Out of turn number 4, lap number 1 for Kenny. 16.88. I'm seeing a trend, Tanner. I'm seeing a big 14th currently. Let's see what he does here on lap number 2.
Oh, he stepped over. He went over the apron there a little bit. That may have hurt him. Didn't hurt him bad, though, because he's P4.
Great time out of the number 15 of Kenny Zeems. 16.17.
As looks like we have the number 10 machine of Chris Tinsley out on track now.
Looks like he maybe did a little wiggle there, maybe trying to get a little extra heat in them tires. Or he could just be that loose, Tanner. I mean,
He
these guys
could've-
are
right.
running open setups. So.
They're right there on the ragged's edge. I mean, you
Well,
got
we
to
know how these cars are. You were talking to Jason Day before the race, and you said it. There's a lot of on throttle time here in these cars.
I was amazed watching Jason Day's cockpit, right? Because there was a lot of on throttle time. Oh, a big wiggle, and that's lap number 2, Sam. That's going to really, really, really hurt the 10 car here.
Well, we said that about Kenny last time. So
That is true.
that one's going to hurt him.
Oh, wall lick. So lap no and void don't count. He has his first lap to fall back on, 16.53, but that scares me for him.
Could it possibly have something to do with the nerves, Tanner?
Oh, I think 1,000%. 1,000%.
Jason Faries next out on track.
As actually got some messages from this guy earlier. He is French. That's pretty cool. We got a French driver racing with us. He was one of the ones that told us how to pronounce his name, and you got it correct. So good job. He told me
what he does here on lap 1.
some kind of tidbits about himself. He races modifieds in real life down in Texas, and some in Alabama and 5 Flags. He's the Houston Motorsports Park Modified 2022 track champion. So he's definitely a who's who, and this paint scheme is in honor of his grandmother, who likes favorite movie was Miracle on 34th Street.
Second lap for Jason was a 16.25, good enough for 11th position.
Trayton Lapovich out now. He was somebody that tried to race down, or was racing down in Pensacola, Florida in real life at 5 Flags for the snowball this past weekend.
Interesting. All right.
Took me a long time to get there, but I knew the fact. I just couldn't spit it out.
Let's see what he does here on lap number 1. Kind of a different line compared to everybody else thus far. First lap for Trayton's going to be a 16.72. Currently 17th right now out on the charts.
What's that second lap? What's that second lap going to be?
Looked good.
It did look good, but the eye test appears really hard to tell. As he went P10 in number 20 machine.
Man, look how close 1 through 10 is right now, Tanner.
It's insane.
1/10. We were talking about that in the pre-race show. 1 full tenth. That's it. And I think it's going to get even closer.
As Brian D's out in the chat. How's it going, Sam Tanner? It's going great for me. These drivers, I bet they are on edge right now. As 35, Eric Thomas coming in for the first lap here. Number 35 machine at the line. First lap is a 16.57. So most of the guys have been between that 16.5 to high 16.2 range every time on the first lap. Going to see if he can build on that here. Got the momentum in the 35. Going to walk it right up to the wall here at the line.
16.43. 16.43 for Eric Thomas in that number 35 machine. Great looking paint scheme too, Tanner. I actually like that 35.
I've loved all these, man. I'm a diecast junkie. My fiance will tell you that I might have a problem when it comes to diecast, right? So I'm somebody that notices paint schemes. I'm seeing a lot of good looking ones right here.
Well, how about Josiah Jacobson Pulse out on track right now? First lap here.
Going to see what he can do in the 07 machine. A pretty big bobble right there on the entry I saw going into 3 and 4. First lap, so it's not going to matter too much as he's going to go 16.71, so 2/10 slower than everybody else on their first lap. So it did hurt him a little bit. But what can he do here? So this is the money lap right here.
Looks pretty good through 3 and 4. Wraps the bottom nice and clean. Crosses the line. 16.57. He's going to have to stick with 19th position. Hopefully that time can stick for him. Looks like, oh, go ahead, Tanner.
You got it. You got it.
I was going to say the 79 of Barrett Paul Hamus out on track right now. He's another guy. Got to get them contingencies on before the main on Sunday. He was more worried about making his qualifying setup, and I totally understand that. Trying to make
Absolutely.
the show. It's such a big event, man. This is awesome to see a bunch of these guys coming together racing for some money. Lap 1 here for the number 79. 16.50, good enough for 18th position. A little loose there through the center of 1 and 2. He gathers it back up into 3 and 4. Let's see what he can do here on lap number 2.
This is it right here. Is where we cash the checks at. What can he do for the second lap? 16.25. That's 13th quickest right now on the speed chart.
It's a good time.
So, Sam, do you remember how many are safe tonight? You may have to look on the website. I can't remember. I have it all wrote down somewhere, but it's so hard finding everything right now. Ben Nile, number 72 machine, going out for his qualifying efforts. He's starting it right now across the line.
Well, we know Jeb Jones, he has a provisional, so he's automatically in, right?
Right.
No matter what. First and second overall. So after we get done with the second split of qualifying here tonight, first and second automatically make the main.
Absolutely. And I know, I think it was like second through 80, they go to the heat races. So you want to be in the top 80, is what Dave said earlier. That way to give yourself a chance to race in the heat races, right?
Absolutely. See what he does here. Ben Nile out on track, 17-18 first lap, second lap, 16-32. He improved quite a bit there. Currently 16th out on the charts.
I don't think you're comfortable unless you're sitting in the top 10 right now, honestly. And you may even still be nervous as the 51 machine of Kyle Terzak hitting the track there. That's another good-looking paint scheme. We were supposed to pick the best paint scheme of the night, but I'll be honest, we kind of had a lot going on and kind of forgot, but it'd be hard to pick now that I'm seeing all these cars.
Yeah, I actually do like that paint scheme as well. The black, the blue, the white. Looks really good. Almost got TSP colors on
I
there.
was going to say, that TSP is almost TSP blue. Let's see what Kyle does. 16.77 for his first lap around the circuit. And now there's something we touched on the pre-race show. It's getting slower. The times are getting slower. How do I know? I'm seeing it on the first lap. They're about 2/10 off where they was earlier in the event. So that rubber's building up on the surface. These boys they're losing more and more of the advantage lap after lap as Kyle goes to 11th on the speed chart.
That was a really good lap. 16.21 for the 51 machine. But you're still not safe. Got a whole nother session yet to go.
Dustin Mumbercat representing Canada, I know. Also raced in real life and was killing it over the summer. Had a really good real life season. Had a really good Iverson season. We'll see if he can continue that momentum of racing here on the sim.
Running the bottom there in 1 and 2 here on lap number 1. Let's see what he does in 3 and 4. Remember, yep, goes straight up to the top side. That's the pattern I'm seeing, Tanner. I've been seeing a lot of the guys setting the fastest laps running that same exact line on lap number 1. First lap is 16.77.
That was identical to Josiah earlier. Let's see what Dustin can do here.
Woo! That's a good lap. 16.15, man. That's a big improvement. Good job out of Dustin Mumbercat, man.
That's a type of lap where you're comfortable. You're as comfortable as you can be, even having heat races next, but you're comfortable sitting there.
Absolutely.
I was waiting for see who the next driver is.
Well, after Dustin, it would have been Brian Grayville, so we can give him a little hassle while we're live. If you want.
Right. Good job, Brian. Way to make it, buddy. Looks like Derek Dixon.
Number 82 out on track. He's going to use that high line in 3 and 4, coming to get the green flag for his qualifying run. Runs the middle side of the race. Actually, that was kind of an interesting line there out of that number 82 machine. Kind of entered high, pulled it down late through the center of the corner, tried to straighten out the corner on exit. First lap, 17:33.
Sam, can you look in our Discord and see if any of the top 5, if they're in our Discord, maybe we'll bring them up real quick, have a word with them?
Yeah, you're going to have to give me 1 second here, Tanner. So
good.
if you want to take the reins, you got it.
Alrighty. As Derek here on lap number 2. Oh, no, that was his second lap with a 16:49. While Sam's trying to find that, let me see if I can find the next driver. And folks, bear with us on this too because it's a long list we got to scroll. What an awesome night though here. What an awesome night. Look like Eli Lewis is going out in a number 3 machine. That's a really good looking paint scheme. Man, I gotta quit saying that. I feel like it's like ingrained in my head.
So I'm not seeing Ryan Kuhn. I'm not seeing Timmy Holmes unless I scrolled past them. Don't see Derek Kraus. I think I might have seen Dustin Mumbercat. Hold on one second. Yeah, we got Dustin if you want to talk to Dustin.
All right. There's a good chance people finish their laps up and get off, right?
Sure.
So let's see if we can dial up old Dustin Mumbercat.
Oh, you got him.
Dustin, this is Tanner Marr, Sam Baumgartner in the TSP booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, loud and clear.
So, brother, you put that second lap down was a heater, a 16.15 sitting P4. I'm sure you got to be pretty comfortable, pretty happy with that, huh?
Yeah, I think it was an okay lap. I think it was more on the conservative side. I have a tendency to just overthink qualifying, no matter if it's a big race or an official race, and kind of just was delayed getting back to the throttle on both ends and underdrove into one. But I don't know, Ryan ran a hell of a lap there. It's going to be hard for anyone within the next 2 sessions to beat it. So yeah, no, this should put us in a good starting spot for the heat race, and we'll see if we can make the big dance.
Right on, brother. Just wanted to get a quick little shout out from you and talk to you for a moment. So congratulations on the P4. I'm sure we'll be talking to you, if not Thursday, maybe Sunday, brother. Good luck.
Thank you.
Absolutely, boss. It's James Holtzer actually out on the track right now, number 47, excuse me. First lap with a 16.990. See what the second lap is in store. 47, a little sideways, walking it up to the outside wall. 16.20. That's going to put him 10th on the current speed chart.
It's a good lap out of James Holzer.
So Ryan Kuhn, that time is holding right now. It's
he put down a heater, man. He really did. A 16.10. Nobody's been able to touch it.
He's 300ths quicker right now if my math is correct. As the number 40. Is this a Pennzoil machine? Oh, no, it's not. It is a... That Food Line? Food Less?
Food for less, yeah.
Okay.
Looks like
Food for less.
3.
Okay, I got you. So, first lap on the chart, 16.51. Man, I'd be nervous about that first lap now, Sam. We're seeing that it's slower. I want to put down the best first lap I can, because what if you make a mistake, like we saw earlier with, I believe it was Chris Tinsley, made that mistake, and second lap didn't count, right?
Right. Well, Jordan comes out and slams down a good second lap, 16.20, good enough for 11th position.
Joel M. Smith, I believe.
Yep, he's out on track right now.
This might be the Legends builder for EPI. If it is, he's a younger kid, I believe. So look to see what the number 24 machine can do here. If I'm not correct in that, I apologize, but I'm almost positive. And folks, I see so many of y'all out in chat. It's so hard to comprehend that. So appreciate that. Thank y'all so much out there in viewerland. Hit the thumbs up button for us. Hit the sub button for us. It helps us out a ton here. Let's see what Joe does around the circuit. 17.03.
That was a little bit slower than we've seen prior first laps. So let's see what he does here on lap number 2. Rolls the bottom pretty solid here in 3 and 4. But as you said, Tanner, rubber is starting to get put down. You can see it coming out of turn number 4. Second lap, he proves me wrong by a mile, man. 16.17. Good enough for 6th position.
As another Truck Series driver, or Xfinity driver right here, excuse me, Parker Retzlaff in the number 31 machine. I look for him to be somebody that's up in that top 5 mix here. So maybe the top 5 is not safe right now. We're going to find out really quick.
Using the bottom side of the racetrack there in turns 1 and 2.
He looks like he's ripping on his first lap, bro. I don't know. He looks like he was ripping 1 and 2 there really quick. Let's see what the first
look at
lap.
the line he ran right there, Tanner. He's doing something a couple other drivers were doing. They were kind of entering super high and cutting it down to straighten out that corner for their second lap. First lap, 16.43.
Let's
see what he does here.
You're looking about 3-4 tenths faster than most of the first laps. Oh, he got loose there. He got really loose there. Washed up to the wall. He had to lift there. That hurt him. It didn't hurt him a lot. Didn't hurt him a lot. And I promise you there was more out there for that car. He did lift on the exit stay off that outside wall.
Man, what a lap out of Parker Retzlaff. A 16.08. Takes provisional pole right now. Good job.
As 93 is doing a little bit of cheese. I believe they said that wasn't allowed, but we'll let race control handle that. See what old James Polsky does. I'm not a tattletale, so I won't tell, even though I mentioned it.
Yeah, you just did. What are you talking about?
Yep. See what he does here. So Parker put up a 14.43 or 16.43, excuse me, on that first lap. James just put up a 16.73. Now we know the first lap it ain't the be all end all, but it can tell a lot of the story, and we saw it with Parker. Ooh, man, oh man, James was really chasing the back end on entry there. Still chasing it. 16.27.
Not a bad lap though.
Nope.
16.27. He's still in the hunt. But man, I mean, everybody's like within 0.2 of each other right now, man. We said times were going to be close. I didn't realize they were going to be this close.
It means Thursday and Sunday are going to be interesting with all these guys on top of each other. A lot of speed out here, and let's face it, a lot of egos out here. When you get this many fast guys together, they are all the alpha male, right? And well, on Sunday you're going to have one. That's all you can have is one.
So number, is that shown in 15 on the side of his car? Yeah, 15 of Christopher Pillow. He's going to use the top side of the racetrack there in 3 and 4. Now, after Parker ran, I'd be watching his line. You know what I mean?
I'd be studying. Studying.
Absolutely. Went into that turn 3 and 4, man. Cut that corner off, straightened it out. Got a great run and put it on provisional pole right now. Let's see what Christopher can do here on lap number 2. First one, 17.16.
17 or 16.43.
Good enough for 25th position currently.
Rocky Boy the third going out there, and the number 16, I believe.
Yes, 16. Little wiggle there coming out of turn number 4, Tanner. Maybe just, I don't know, man. I think these drivers are fighting loose race cars right now. They might have built them a little loose, knowing that the track was going to rubber up just a little bit throughout qualifying.
The old short track saying is, well, kind of racing in general, loose is fast, right? But too loose is the big problem. So, I mean, you got to find that edge and try not to tiptoe over it. As first lap around was a 16.7 flat for the number 16 machine. What can you do the second time around the circuit?
Had a little bobble there in 3 and 4. 6th fastest.
Man, even with that little bobble, still a killer time.
Got Scotty on chat. Chat Tanner says Parker was absolutely ripping. He absolutely was. Even as Tanner said, had that little wiggle there coming out of 4 and still put it on.
Left a little bit out there. That's what's scary about that. Is there was a little bit more speed to be saw right there. Now we have the paint mastermind, Justin Brooks, number 33. This is his first lap, so he's running the high line, trying to get them RPMs built in that motor.
He kind of cut it down a little bit too there, Tanner, but not as much as Parker did.
The one
first lap,
unique thing about
1670.
Parker's was his first lap was like he was ripping already. That's what I knew.
Yeah.
Hey, when he came firing off that quick, it had to be a good lap.
That's our number 4 and across the line here for Justin Brooks.
P3s. Hey, that's a little strain of fast laps we've seen. Is the track maybe picking up a little day or a little speed as Jason Day's coming out?
Jason Day, Maple Leaf Muscle, number 52, out on track.
Told us prior he was a little nervous and not a huge fan of these late model stocks. Not sure how they drive. So, about to find out what the number 52 machine can do as he's out for his first lap. That's another good-looking paint scheme.
Remember, he said he was a little nervous there in his interview, Tanner. We talked to him before festivities started as well. First lap, 16:52.
That's a quick first lap.
Oh, a little
A
bobble.
little bobble. Maybe a pretty big bobble.
Let's see what happens here. Crosses the line, 27th, 16:35.
I think that bobble really, really hurt the 52 machine. As Brian, you see the last name. Number 29 machine going out here now.
How about this? Hey, Brian, if you're watching, shoot me and Tanner a message, a pronunciation of your last name. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
Actually, if anything, ladies and gentlemen, and drivers, if you're watching, I'm going to create a channel in the True Sim Productions Discord here before Sunday. It'll say name pronunciation, and we'll have you. Anybody who thinks that we're going to flub your name, just put it in there. How about that?
Sounds like a good idea for a guy like me. Because I've been known to mess up a name a time or two. I'm just a dumb hillbilly who learned how to broadcast and enjoys it. Let's see if he can get faster. Brian here on the second lap. Going to be 16th quickest, so he's probably going to be safe there.
Well, how about this? Caleb Hall just messaged me on Discord. Tadeshi.
Oh, right on.
I got that right. Tadeshi? I hope that's right.
It's actually, it sounds exactly how it looks. That's awesome. Wasn't no trickery in it at all. It's now
Shout out to Caleb Hall real quick, Tanner, for throwing that to us real quick.
Right on. As I had a few people message me today, but I don't have it pulled up, honestly. I looked at them and tried to remember them, but if I do forget, I'm sorry. As Trevor Bowen here in the Rowdy Energy Machine, going to see what he can put down, as he's coming out of 3 and 4 to start his qualify. Or no, this will be his first lap. Excuse me.
Well, this one, Tanner, I think is Bowen. Is this
Bowen?
Caleb messaged me again there.
So Caleb has a few friends. Huh? I like it. I like it. As 51, another slight bobble out of 3 and 4. Going to slot him 27th quickest.
That bumps Jason Day down a couple of spots as well. A bunch of these guys here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, I'm honestly, if I'm 20th on back, I'm starting to feel like I'm on that bubble. As Hudson Knipe out there, that's one of my favorite paint schemes we've seen all night. I like the pink vibe with it.
Sorry about that, Tanner. I got people messaging me here. Let me know.
Awesome.
Names and whatnot.
As Hudson went 22. He had a 16.25 on his first lap, by the way. So his second lap's going to be just quick. Oh, his second lap was only a few hundreds faster than his first lap. His first lap was really fast. As Regan Parent out on the circuit now in the number 17.
Looks like Reagan Parent out on track now, taking the green flag.
Yes, I got all kinds of messages too.
Maybe I should have told him to hold off on that one. It's all good, guys. We appreciate all the info. This is probably one of the bigger events that we've ever done here on True Sim Productions. So thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for all of you for tuning in, hitting that like button and subscribing to us. Helps us out a ton.
It absolutely does. As Reagan, second lap's going to be a 16.14. Top 5 for Reagan in the number 17 machine.
That was a really good lap.
That was, man. GT Hawkins going out now. I like that name. I can pronounce it easily. BK Paints on the side of the car. It's also a sponsor of the big event, so thank them for that. Oh, a big bobble there. A big bobble there. It's going to make the first lap even worse.
Luckily, it is his first lap,
Right.
though, so he can still gather it back up.
Ooh, his car bounced going off into 1 and 2 as well. But looks to be okay. Got the car settled down, walked it down to the line, so everything looked fine there. He goes in 3 and 4 here. Ooh, got loose to keep it off the wall, basically, looked like. Kept the wheel input.
16.62, 39th right now.
Ooh.
So I don't think he's going to be too happy about that one.
Let's do something we haven't done all night. Let's jump on board with Brandon Holder here. We'll lay out and just kind of let y'all hear the throttle play a little bit if you can. So you hear there, Not a whole lot of time off throttle. They're off and they're back on really hard. Walks it down to the apron. Right up next to the wall. Now this is the lap we really got to see here. His second lap. See what he does. First lap put him 32nd. What can the second lap do for Brandon? Second lap at the line. 16.29 for Brandon Holder.
Looks like we only got about 10 drivers, maybe less right now, Tanner.
It's getting easier to find them. That is for sure. It's getting a lot easier to find them. As I say that, but I cannot find.
Nobody's gone out yet.
Oh,
Not
10
that
for.
I've seen. Well, we can take this time. I see Ryan Coon's actually up in that waiting room, Tanner. We can bring him down and talk to him if you want.
Yeah,
See if we can get a word with him.
See if you can have a word with old Ryan real quick. Sitting second.
You got him.
Mr. Ryan Coon, Tanner, and Sam in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So Ryan, brother, you're known on the iRacing ranks as one of the fastest short track guys. You came out here, you proved it. You're actually in provisional pole for a long time. Parker Retzlaff just knocked you off a while ago, but still sitting second with a 16.09. How'd you like the qualifying effort there, and how'd the car feel to you?
Yeah, I thought the qualifying effort was really good. A lot better than the fall brawl. The fall brawl, I just flat choked. Just pressure kind of got to me then, and this time around, I kind of just changed it a little bit how I went into it, and we changed the setup quite a bit too, to just get it a little better. And I'd honestly like to give a shout out to Vicente Salas and Parker for helping out, giving me some ideas to try out, and it really, really worked really late last night, and we got those changes to work, and we currently sit 1-2 right now. So I'm really proud of this RKM group. We seem to just get stronger and stronger every time we hit the racetrack. So, but I thought my qualifying effort was really good. I took the pressure off me a little bit, and hopefully we can stay 1-2 here.
So you said a big word there, pressure, right? As this session's starting to slim out a little bit, but there's still 50 more eager drivers waiting right in that next session. They're waiting to go. How confident are you that you and Parker can hold down that 1-2 spot?
I mean, I'm confident overall. Even if we don't sit in the 1-2 spot, we got a lot of confidence going to the heat race. I think we got a really good heat race piece, and I mean, we're looking good right now. We got Parker on the pole right now. I'm second, and Reagan's sitting right there in fifth. So we got a nice hot rod. Like I said before, shout out to Vicente for helping out, even though he's not racing, which is unfortunate, but. Still got a couple of our guys to go, and a lot more guys to go in general. And, pressure's still on a little bit to try to stay in that top two.
Right on, brother. Well, Ryan, thank you for coming up here and chatting with us. And, yeah, man, good luck for the rest of the week, brother.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely, boss. So currently sitting sitting in the second place spot right there.
He sounds actually pretty relaxed, to be honest.
Oh, you got to be, brother. You're sitting second. I mean, yes, you wanna receive that automatic bid, right? You don't want to have to fight in heat races, but man, oh man, there's only been one guy even knock him off. So will another guy knock that time off? You don't know, right? I mean, it's pretty fast. It is pretty fast, but I wouldn't be that calm, cool, and collected. I'd be a little nervous because Parker White just went 16.12, so that time's still there. Obviously, it is close to being there still. Ryan Coons was only 200ths quicker.
That's a really good lap out of that number 95 machine.
It's weird.
EPI on the side of that car too, man.
It's weird because I felt like the times were going to not fall off drastically, but fall off a little bit, and they're proving me wrong lap after lap after lap now. That's Jackson Crowder out there in the number 54 machine. See what he can put down.
After him, Tanner, we got 7 left in this first session.
So it's it's going pretty quick.
I see somebody else up in that waiting room. He didn't change his name yet in the Discord, so it just says Parker. We have a couple Parkers in this session. I was wondering if it was Parker Retzlaff, because if it is, I'd like to get a word in with him since he's currently sitting on the provisional pole.
Absolutely.
Jackson Crowder goes 16.15, good enough for 9th position. So good qualifying effort out of him.
as Neil Vin, I'm going to call him, out on track now. Say it, Sam.
Yeah, I was trying to read it in my head, man. I don't even know if I want to take a crack at that one.
Got a good-looking car, though. Warrior Wraps, EPI on the side of it, Cardo Captures. Got all the series sponsors on it, so that's nice to see. First lap around is going to be 16.76. Second lap.
Looks like we got confirmation out in chat. I believe this is Parker Retzlaff. Might be. Not sure. Yes, it is. Want me to bring him in?
Bring him in. Talk to him.
All right. Parker Retzlaff, Sam and Tanner in the booth. You got us.
Yeah, I got you.
So how's it feel to be sitting on provisional pole right now, buddy?
I mean, it feels pretty good. It's just all credit to everyone at RKM Setup Shop and Ryan and Vicente and everyone who put some time into this car. I haven't had the most time to practice all day, but Ryan texted me after his lap and said that the car was very gripped up, so I just went off that, and I ran my best lap I've ran all week in testing and when it mattered, so I'm just very happy with my lap, and hopefully I can make sure I'm locked in and focus on the race for this weekend.
I think I saw you out in chat too. Did you say there might have been a little bit more out there in it?
Yeah, I think an 060 is like the best you could do on a perfect lap. Like I think you'd have to be dead perfect to run something like that, but me and Ryan both being 1-2 right now is really good for the team, and there's a lot of other cars that we have that are in the top 10, so we have a really good car, and it's just be there for all 150 laps and be there at the end.
Well, sitting on provisional pole right now. Still a lot of drivers to go, though. Hopefully you can hang on to it, and good luck to you in the rest of the league, buddy.
Thank you.
There you go, Tanner. So,
since we're still got this little lapse, we're waiting for another driver to go out. What about Justin Brooks? Can you find him for me? I know he's around his PC right now.
let me see here. You got to give me a minute. I got to scroll through a bunch of people here, man. Not only that, old Tyler messaged me, said, let me know when you're ready to rock. I don't know if that means that, does that mean nobody else is qualifying in this session, or what's going on?
Oh, I haven't seen nobody else roll out.
Yeah, neither have I. You want me to pull Tyler up in here, see what's going on real quick?
You can.
Let's pull him up, see what's going on with Tyler. Go ahead, you got him.
Dollars, everything all right?
Oh yeah, just let me know when y'all are ready to roll.
We're ready, whenever.
Okay, y'all got switched over already?
Oh, no, you're talking about to the other session?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, we will. So, folks, we're going to throw it to commercial break. We're going to get into another session, and then we'll be ready to go. Give us about 5 minutes. We'll be back. Thank y'all, and, yeah, stay tuned.
Shut up and sit down.
everybody here at Horsepower Bar.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live here on True Sim Productions, getting ready for session number 2. 50 more drivers getting ready to go out and qualify for the main event on Sunday night and get ready for the heat races here later in the week. Be sure to go check out savageedge.com, get yourself a True Sim Productions t-shirt, and also go subscribe to BAM Racing Videos. Big shout out to them for providing us with a couple commercials. And Tanner, we got somebody who wants to come down and talk to us. You want to talk to Justin Brooks?
We do. So yeah, let's see if we can dial him up before they get rolling off.
Yep, you got him.
Justin, Tanner, Sam in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good, brother. As you were sitting currently, he was up there. You were sitting P3 heading into the second session of qualifying. Not in this one, but your time still remains. Sitting P3, how confident are you that you can get a top 5 starting spot here?
I feel really confident. I feel like the only two people that really has a shot of maybe eclipsing that time is Josh Cottle and Alex McCollum. When we practice, are both pretty fast. I wish I could have got a little bit more out of 3 and 4 in that lap. I hit 1 and 2 really, really solid, and I went into 3 and underdrove entry and waited too long on the throttle. And I feel like I could have been at least second, maybe had a shot at the pole. I don't know, but I would have been right there at it. But I was being a little conservative, just wanting to get a good, solid starting spot, I guess.
Right, well, solid start spot you was for that one, right? You're sitting P3, so a good lap. And Braden Cooper just actually got in the wall in the second lap. Well, Justin, we'll let you get back up there. Who we got to thank for the car out here tonight, brother?
I want to thank all the guys at Elite Performance Industries for testing during this week and all that, and getting the car dialed in. I feel like Q set was good, but I feel like our heat and race setup's even better. So thank them guys. Obviously, I can't think anybody else besides that, really. I mean, that's the guys that got me here where I'm at right now. So,
right on, brother. Well, cool to hear that, and yeah, man, good luck the rest of the week, brother.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Absolutely, boss.
That was Justin Brooks. He was third in first session. Right now, he's holding on to it as first driver, 16.79. Now we got Alex McCollum out, 16.87 on his first lap. Tanner.
Yep, as this is somebody that you can almost always pencil in as a top 5 as well. Same thing I said about Mumbercat and Kuhn. What can Alex do? You heard Justin say this is a guy he's worried about. 16.10. So he's also shown as a 16.10. If I remember correctly, Sam, Parker was shown as, let's see if we pull it up, a 16.08.
So let's see here. I'm going to try and run numbers here, Tanner. You just focus on doing the other stuff.
That may be enough to drop. Well, it may be enough to actually punch Ryan Kuhn out of the top 1-2 spot.
It depends on who was faster in the thousands range. Fortunately, SDK not showing us that. So
right.
But I think you're correct, Tanner. He's either sitting second or third currently right now. Who's out on track right now? Devin Rogers.
Devin Rogers in number 25 machine. The blacked out ghost looking car for his first lap here.
I'm getting confirmation right now that Alex McCollum is currently sitting P3 overall.
Oh,
so Kuhn is holding on to that second spot right now.
That's somebody you watch too as they go, right? So you know Kuhn was watching that to see where Alex was going to slot in. So Alex did not take P2 away.
And Alex McCollum was actually one of the drivers to watch as well. Next one that we really got to pay attention to, according to the info I'm getting here, is Landon Huffman. So we got to keep an eye on him as well when he rolls out 5th.
And he's rolling out right now as Devin Rogers with a 16.24. That's going to slide in P2 for the time being. As now Landon Huffman in the 84 machine, see what he can do, as he was somebody that got tabbed to somebody we had to watch for.
See what he does here on his first lap. Kind of doing what everybody was doing in that first session, man. I think a lot of these drivers were really paying attention to what those other drivers were doing in that first session. First lap, 16:48. So what he can do on lap number 2.
That's a quick, fast first lap. What can he do with the second lap here?
(16:13). Really good lap.
You're looking in the top 10 range there with that lap. Maybe even better than that.
He's looking at about 5th position right now overall.
Hearing word that McCollum may do an interview. You can pull him up.
Let's see if we can find him here. Yeah, we got him. And give me 1 second. You got him, Tanner.
Alex, this is Tanner and Sam in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So we know you've done some real life racing this past summer. Had a really good season with that, right? And now you get on here on track and you just put down pole in this session. What we're hearing is P3 actually overall. How'd you like the car? How'd it feel to you right then, brother?
I felt pretty good. Definitely a little bit more on the table. I kind of botched my entry a little bit, but it's honestly who can pretty much keep it the calmest and hit their line. But feel pretty solid, honestly. I mean, even if we make it in, we have to race through a heat race. If we do, I feel really confident in our race stuff.
All right, that was my next question. When it comes to preparing these cars, it takes time, right? What did y'all focus on as a team more? Was it the qualifying effort or was it the actual race effort?
Honestly, I didn't do much work. I didn't test as much. I've been super busy, but all the work's been done with Josh, Trevor, all those guys. Those guys tested pretty much for this race, and I kind of just showed up with my suitcase. So all the work goes to those guys. They put in tons of work. So we'll see. I think we're really good. Just gotta see how it plays out.
You showed up with the talent, and that's all that matters. Well, Alex, good job on that. Good lap, brother. Who we driving for this week, and who we got to thank, brother?
I'm driving for the shop. Those guys, I mean, there's some really smart people. They know their stuff about these cars, and I gotta thank the shop, JDR Graphics, EPI for putting this event on. It's always fun to come race these events, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, I feel even if we make it in from qual or not, or race our way in, I think we're really solid for our race stuff.
Right on, brother. Well, congratulations on the qualifying effort, and good luck the rest of the week, buddy.
Thank you.
It was Alex McCollum there, currently holding down provisional pole in this session, but sitting actually P3 overall. As Jesse Henderson out.
Go ahead. He's pretty calm, cool, and collected there, Tanner. He really does.
He does indeed. He's ran a lot of these big races, I know.
So Jesse Henderson out on track right now. Number 17, 16.80. Looks like on his first lap. What can he do on lap number 2?
Has a 16.19.
Good lap. I have to be clicking back and forth a lot right now with that 16.19. It's overall, I think he's going to be around, looks like 13th or 14th position.
I'm glad I got you to be doing that math, because I would make a fool of myself if I start trying to work these cameras, find these drivers, and do the math too. Man, oh man, that'd be a show in and of itself.
It's not the best math in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and just make that quite clear. I'm going off of a screenshot I took of all the times in the prior session, so just bear with me. I'll try and get you the best updates that I can, and I'm sure we're going to know exactly who our top 10 is after qualifying's over. I'm sure we'll talk to Tyler before everything's done, said and over with.
Absolutely, because Common Core math's not so common around these ways. But we will do our best to try to get it as close as we can. Maybe got to round up a spot or 7, But we will get as close as we can, in all honesty. As Alexander Rowe, 16.66 on his first lap. See what the effort looks like for the number 92 machine here for lap number 2. 16.22 for Alexander Rowe in the number 92. Currently slotted P5 in the session.
Yeah, it's going to be outside the top 15 there, Tanner, overall.
Blake Klauser. That's a really good looking car. It's white, but the red just like makes it pop. As let us know
That's
out
a
in the
nice looking paint
chat.
scheme.
Do us a favor for the viewers out in Viewerland. Let us know where y'all watching from. You ain't got to put no street address, nothing like that. Nothing crazy, right? Just where you from? State. Let's see where all our viewers are coming from here tonight.
Yeah, and big shout out to all you, for real. Thank you all for coming out and joining us. Getting ready for this event here, coming at you live on Sunday night, the main event, but don't miss the heat races here later on in the week, Tanner. What day is that again? I believe it's Thursday.
Heat races will hit on a Thursday night. As follow the TSP Facebook page for all the happenings with that as times get announced. And I'd be remiss to not say, heck yeah, Tanner Thomas. I got a fellow Tanner out here. Number one machine. That might be the best paint scheme of the night. I don't know why. The Christmas tree, maybe I got biased to it because we have too many of them in our house. But I like the number one.
Of course, Mark Arthur's out in chat, Tanner, and he said he's at home.
Wow.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for your insight there. We greatly appreciate that.
Right. If you're gonna give me that much detail, Mark, you might as well give me credit card info and that kind of stuff, right? DM me that.
First lap for Tanner Thomas, 16.98.
Something I noticed there. Sorry to even interrupt you. He bottomed out in 1 and 2 really hard, like really, really hard. A lot of sparks. So he has that car definitely slammed.
Well, second lap's going to be a 16.23 outside of the top 15 overall. Still a good lap though, man. That's still a fairly decent lap. I think, what was it? Third through 82, I believe, are going to be going to the heat races. So there's still a chance for some of these drivers to make the show.
Got Fritz there. Got a picture up and everything. Representing CFM Esports.
On his first lap here, out of turn number 4 to cross the line. Looks like he's running a Cadillac there, Tanner. We've seen that, before, haven't we?
That's like a Coleman Design Special. Is the caddy. I don't know who painted that one, but that is most definitely a caddy. Do what Fritz does.
Now second lap. Sorry, I got confused there.
You confused? I was like, wait, what? I swear I just watched him go around a lap.
Well, remember, I'm looking at a bunch of numbers here, Tanner. Bear with me.
So Alex Greats, I'm almost positive is how he told me to pronounce his name.
Let me
Gretz.
confirm that
Gretz.
for you.
It's Gretz.
Yeah, it's Gretz.
Alex Gretz in the number 17 RKM machine. Is that a fall paint scheme? It is, isn't it? That's Leafs on that car.
It does look more fallish, doesn't it?
I think that's Leafs. I still get down with it. It's still a good looking car.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not the Christmas theme, but I mean, Christmas does come after the fall. So I dig it. First lap's going to slide him into the 11th spot in the current session. He is the bump and run specialist. I kind of hope he's on the bubble, because I want to see if the bump and run, if he truly is a specialist or not. Second lap, though, 16.17 for Alex Gretz.
Looking out in chat land, Tanner, we got people from California, Wisconsin, a couple people from Wisconsin. Mark says he's at home in his basement. Brian D says he's across the river and through the woods from me. He's absolutely right. We're close near Pittsburgh. Everybody knows that.
I'm in Bowling Green, Kentucky, the home of the Corvettes and the Mammoth Cave, and that's about it.
Landon Rapp, number 28, out on track. It's another good-looking paint scheme.
He bottomed out right there, so that may just be the camera angle. We did switch it. We're rolling through about 3 different camera angles that we're falling back on because they're the nicest. And so that camera angle is really showing us the entry into turn 1, Sam, there. He actually caught the wall a little bit.
Let's see.
Oh, it says his time count is
16:11. Yeah, that's a good lap.
This is going to be a fast kid right here. I call him a kid because I know him. He's pretty young. Chase Pierce ran with us a lot in some of our league stuff in Crooked Line Racing. So I know Chase is going to be fast. See what he
right
can put
now,
down.
If I'm correct, he's sitting pretty right now, at least in the top 10. I don't want to say top 5 because, a bunch of numbers to go through, ladies and gentlemen, but he is sitting inside the top 10 right now with that time. Good time.
By Landon Rapp.
Machine.
Landon Rapp sitting top 10 more than likely. See what Chase can do here.
Let's say we know this name too, don't we?
Yep. Chase Pierce, 16.53.
Buddy of Me Sports is out in chat. Says he lives in North Carolina.
Oh,
But
North
he's in
Carolina.
Indianapolis. Yeah, but he's in Indianapolis for the PRI Motorsports Trade Show.
Oh, he's close to me.
Got James Holzer out in chat. Greensburg, PA.
Oh.
Corey Body out in chat. Orlando, Florida. He lives down near Dalton.
Corey Heim out on track now. Another name that should sound familiar for a lot of you folks out in viewer land.
This is somebody we got to watch, Tanner.
Absolutely. Absolutely. At number 11, TRD Race CPI machine. What can he do? He bottomed out a little bit there on the entry side. It's just a fixture of this camera. We're actually seeing a lot more drivers slap that chassis on the ground as he takes it right down bottom side of the track for the second lap. See how he approaches turns 3 and 4. Going to basically paint the white line around the apron. Washes up a little bit right to the wall. Walks it out to the wall at the line. Is a 16.26. Ooh. Maybe an off lap for Corey Heim there.
Yeah, that's outside of the top 15 right now. So probably not the lap he was looking for, but still might be good enough to have a good starting spot in the heat races there on Thursday.
Philip York's number 97. The Silver Bullet, we're going to call it. No trademark or copyright on that, of course, but it is Silver Bullet. Number 97, see what he can do. Even got the chrome wheels going on it, too.
Spike out in chat says Fiji. Got one from Pensacola, Florida. All right.
Fiji?
Yeah. Keith Mack out there, I believe NH, New Hampshire, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Another California guy out there, Rocky Boy the third.
All right, so they have looks like California's representing the most right now.
Well, he actually said he lives in California, but he hasn't flown home yet from the Derby. So he was actually at the real life Derby.
Oh, there you go. He's down in Pensacola or near it. Jacob Derrick going out on track right now. Keep them coming in, folks. It's cool to not only learn about y'all, but just see where everybody's kind of watching from.
We love interacting with the chat here on True Sim Productions. It's all about y'all, really. Making sure that you guys are entertained.
There's 88 taking lap number 1 here. Running that high side. Keeping that momentum built. RPM's high in that number 88. Blue and white Cato Captures Race CPI machine. Walks it all the way down to the line. It's like deja vu. Whoa, he's getting loose. They're getting wicked loose. That's going to kill his time. He got super loose there at turn 2.
It was a big bobble, Tanner, but we've seen a couple of guys
We
in
have.
the first session have a big bobble and still set a good time. What can he do here?
16.37. That's going to put him 16th on the board. That
So I
bobble
think you're
killed
right.
him.
Yeah, that bobble really hurt him, man.
It looked like type of bobble on here where there's some bobbles you can drive through it, don't really have to lift that much. That one looked like he had to come completely out of throttle, catch the car, regroup, and attack it again.
That just shows you how on edge these guys are here tonight, man.
Step over just a little bit. You put your pinky toe over that edge, and the racing gods could reach out and grab you.
Well, Kent Aston. Hope I got that one right. Number 20, first lap for Kent.
It sounded perfect to me, but I'm not a great judge.
1648 for the number 20 down the back straightaway for lap number 2.
What can a 20 car do? Can he get a little quicker here? 16.48 was the first lap. Second lap is a 16.39. About a tenth quicker on the second lap. Blake Thornberg going out for his qualifying effort as a good looking. Is that? I believe that's Halloween as well. Is that Ghost or is that Snow?
I don't know. I'm trying to get a good look at it. It looks festive.
It does look festive. And I just dropped my phone. I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but
I don't know. Kind of reminds me of ice cream, honestly.
it does. It has a little bit of ice cream vibe to it. See if it's got the fast ice cream vibe though. Blake's first lap around with a 16.6 flat, so going to see if he can get a little bit better here on the second lap down the back straightaway. Goes down into 3 and 4, basically like deja vu. We've seen it all night. Walks it right down to that white line, trying to make that track as short as it possibly can be. 16.16. I knew it passed the eye test. It looked quick, and it was quick indeed.
Let's see here. Let me go over to my chart here. 16.16.
You carry the one, all that.
He's inside the top 15 there, Tanner, as of right now.
Top 15 for Blake. Good, strong lap.
There are a bunch of these other guys who are sitting in the top 10 in this session as well. So we're going to need confirmation, as always, from old Tyler once he gets all the times set in stone. I knew it was going to be harder to keep track of once we got a bunch of guys driving out there or qualifying out there.
As now just waiting to see if somebody's taking the track.
Who was the last one that went?
Blake Thronberg.
Blake Thronberg went. So we're looking for Noah Boucher.
What about Blaze Richardson? What about him?
Who's going out?
Yep.
All right. So we actually skipped over a couple of drivers.
One career SCSRA win. Was that Cesara? Probably not.
Say that again. What?
It says one career SCSRA win.
No.
Not Cesara?
No. Cesara is spelled exactly how it sounds.
Okay.
We haven't talked about that league in a long time.
Yeah. 16.79 for Blaze's first lap around the circuit. See what he does for lap number 2 and the number 57. White and gold machine got really loose there. Walks the dog sideways. He did everything but hit that wall. 16.58. So that is make or break, like right there. Make or break, getting loose like that.
So he's running a caddy too, Tanner.
We got another Pontiac here. Did we have food for less earlier?
Well, that's not food for less.
Oh, that was different. Okay, never mind.
It looks similar. They
Yeah,
could be teammates.
I thought that was food for less. As he has stopped here. The hammer may have got somebody.
Actually, it sounds like race control told him to go ahead and reset there. They're gonna let him go out again here. It looks like, Tanner. So.
No, 10-4. Check out his YouTube channel, KO5. He's from Bakersfield, California.
Might have been some miscommunication there. Actually, we got somebody else out on track right now. Penn Sauter. Number 5.
There we go, number 5. So there's a lot of miscommunication, but they got it right. That's one good thing about race control. It's a thankless gig. They had to get that sorted out, but they did indeed.
See, Mark Arthur's out in chat making some friends, Tanner. We knew that was coming.
Yeah. He'd talk to a brick wall if he thought it might talk back to him.
No, I think he would just for the fun of it.
Well, while we're here, it'd be a shame if we didn't plug Blazing Pedals League on Sunday nights. Check us out. It's live here on True Sim Productions. It's the Winter Gen 4 series we got coming to you during the winter on Sunday nights.
Yeah, I want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably one of the biggest events we've ever put on, aside from a couple charity races that Tanner himself has put on here on True Sim Productions. So, up and coming broadcast network, go ahead and subscribe to us. A lot of content coming your way here in the near future.
100%, 1,000 wow, as my daughter said to me the other night, and I looked at her kind of sideways. Who we got rolling off next?
Maybe that number 64, yeah.
Oh, he told me how to pronounce his name too. Don't
You
butcher
better find it.
Don't butcher it. I know how to pronounce it. It is. I can't find it. Larry Diceback.
There you go. I knew you'd get it.
He said Diceback. Don't know how you spell it out, but if you go to Google Translate and do English, it'll say it just about right. And I forgot to do that. We were busy. So Larry, I do apologize for that, but awesome looking name. I like it. Diceback is how is what it looks like.
First lap for him is 16.74. 21st out on the charts for this qualifying session.
What's the second lap going to give him, though? It's going to be a 16.61, so that's putting him 21st in this session. So not looking pretty in regards to the overall time, as Justin Hendry's going out now, representing Mobile, Alabama. As you see it, Row Tide Row. I know Zimmy's watching probably out in the chat. So, Zimmy, if you are, give us a Row Tide, please. As Justin's coming out for lap number 1. Oh, got loose on the first lap. So just got to try to get the momentum built back in that number 54 car here. For lap number 2. Loose again, this time off 3 and 4. That's going to hurt him on the second lap. So he is definitely fighting an ill-handling race car right now. Looks pretty linked up there.
Nice and smooth out of turn number 4. Jumps up a little bit.
16.53.
20th on the charts, though. Once we get all of the times put together, though, man, I don't know. It's going to be close. You got 82 drivers. Third through 82nd, I should say, are going to be going on to the heat races. Remember, first and second overall automatically advance.
83rd and back. Sorry, come again next year, right? It sucks, but you got to do it. Got to send some folks home. There's too much talent out here.
Hey, man.
Gotta compress it in. That's why this qualifying and this heat races, they are so freaking important to these drivers.
Well, look at the real life, the snowball derby, man. How many drivers go out
Right.
to that one and they go out to just not make it? They
Right.
know they're not going to make it, but they at least got to try, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the unsung heroes of racing, I believe. People that they show up week in, week out, not ever expecting to win.
How about this one, Tanner? Marquis Smith out in chat.
Oh my goodness.
He says, how many heats are there going to be? Do you know that information?
I think only 2.
2 heats.
It's Curtis Heaton out on track number 85. Ozark, what is that, Missouri? M-O.
Now, I would pronounce it Hedden.
That sounds and actually looks right, so we're going to go with that Heaton. Mine, what I said definitely did not even sound close.
He's got 3 D's in that last name, man. That's
I almost feel like that's a typo. I hope it is. I think it should. It is.
well, lap 1 for Curtis.
17.
17:52.
He got wicked loose going on the backstretch. So let's see what he can do right here for lap number 2. Definitely going to be quicker than a 17.52.
Okay, so I'm getting some info out in
16.75.
chat, Tanner. We're getting info out in chat. 4 heat races, and they're going to be taking 6 from each.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Marquis heats are going to be on Thursday night. Chat's got me covered.
I know, man. You think, there's a lot of stuff we have to remember. I do promise. That's why we can't remember everything. There's 35, Evan Hassler. He just drove it across the apron. No big deal. So this car may be gripped up and hooked up. It looks to be on rails for lap number 1. Dude, Evan does first lap around the circuit with a 16.34. Yeah, really quick for the first lap in regards to how everybody else has been on the first lap. What's the second lap going to be for the 35 here? Out of 3 and 4, walking it to the line. Going to be a 16.29. So that's going to be 17th quickest in session number 2.
Let's see here. So we are waiting for the next driver to head out on track right now, Tanner.
Who's it going to be?
Yeah, I just got a little bit more information on the heat races, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be 4 heats, 30 laps apiece, and the top 6 from each heat are going to advance.
That's stressful. I'm stressed out. I'm not even having to race in it. Look at this car right here.
Chase Williamson.
Man, oh man, that is awesome. That is festive as festive can get.
A little fun fact that I got from Caleb Hall. I'll throw his name out there. He's giving me some info. He's on the same set as Parker and Kuhn. So he's somebody to watch right now, Tanner.
Who was that?
Chase Williamson.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely.
He's on the same set as Kuhn and Parker.
Then absolutely. First lap's going to be a 16.54 as we got a little bit more zoomed in view here. See that paint scheme. What's lap number 2 going to be for the 51 machine?
Looks good through 3 and 4.
Going to be 16.10. A 16.10 puts him second in this session, and I'm going to guess 4th in the overall session.
Let me see if I can't get you a confirmation on that.
I think you're looking at a top 5 rider on that one.
Yeah, he's in the top 5 with that time, for sure.
That was a great prediction there, Caleb. He knew something we didn't know, and he knew that guy was fast on that set. All right, let's see what Mike Ashby can do here.
Nice looking paint scheme.
Yeah,
That's 0-1.
absolutely.
Another Cadillac.
A lot of caddies out here. 5-star must sign a deal with caddies.
I don't know. I think Coleman's out there telling everybody to run Cadillacs now.
Justin Brooks design special. See what he can do right here. Lap number 2. Lap number 2 for the 01 machine. First one is 16.89. Second one's going to be bad fast. He's going to jump up to P9 with a 16.17/18.
I think that's within the top 15 right now, Tanner. If not, it's just outside of it.
So a decent starting spot when there's 6 heats, right? Not a terrible starting spot.
No. Justin Crowe out next.
Look at that paint scheme. Wow. I can't give a best paint scheme tonight award. My favorite is the last one I've seen. Like, no matter, it just seems like all of them super nice. So it don't matter whose it is. See what Justin Crowe here in the number 86 can do.
According to my insider info, we'll call him, he's also on the same set as those other guys, Kuhn, Parker, Williamson. So
Okay.
keep an eye on his time here.
16.91 was the first lap, as we got the cameras all messed up. See what Mr. Crowe can do here for the second lap round at turn 4 for the final time. Going to be 16.20. Looks like Jackson Lewis is hitting the track now.
Marquise is out in chat, says his old super late model was a Hyundai Velociter. And all I have to say to that, Marquise, is you would.
Yeah, wow. Jackson Lewis out here with a very loud paint scheme. Also dragging the ground a little bit there in the number 7. But it does not look to hurt him at all. It looks to have a good run down the backstretch here for lap number 1.
Same set here as well, Tanner.
Let's see what the 7 can do. First lap's a 16.56. He was right there on par with his last teammate to roll.
Yeah, those first laps, they're kind of almost identical. So let's see what he does here. Out of turn number 4 to cross the line. 11th, 16.19. 16.19 for the number 7 of Jackson Lewis.
Which is a really, really fast time. Riley Stidham hitting the track now. Number 77 machine here. Oh, excuse me, everything 51. I just said. Number 51 machine. iRacing live timing.
77.
Yeah. iRacing live timing is 77. I just rode with it. I was a little bit too confident that time. It don't matter though. I know Riley's pretty quick when it comes to these short tracks, so I look for him to be a force. See what he can do. He's running Darlington. He's right up next to the wall.
Getting all the momentum he can out of that late model.
Taking her down to the low side, though. First time by was a 16.76. Second to last on the speed chart here. What can Riley do on the second lap? This is the money lap. We said it earlier. This is when they cash the checks. Checks get cashed right here at the line. What's it going to be? Sitting 5th with a 16.15. Overall, I'm going to say that's probably top 12 in that ballpark. Tyler Miller going out now, number 78. Got some snow on that car, so that's a good looking festive car.
I like that one, actually. I like that one a lot. The blue? Well, it's a Camry. I don't like it that much.
Oh, knock it off. Whoa, big bobble right there at number 78. It looked as if he may have kissed that wall, but he may not actually touched it.
Ooh, little bobble there.
Big bobble there. That was 2 bobbles, so he's loose. But that first lap was fast, 16.33. Loose is fast, they say.
See what he can do here on lap number 2, Tanner. I think he might have a good lap going here.
Whoa, leaving black marks right there. That car was eating out of turn 3 and 4, and I think it hurt him more than it helped him because Mueller goes P20, 16.28.
Still not a bad lap, but Here's the thing, man. When you're running times like that, you're kind of, if you know you ain't gonna get the pole, you really gotta try and get a good spot for the heat races.
Absolutely.
If they're only taking the top 6, man, that's a lot of pressure put on you.
That's scary. That is scary right there. Brody Mears banging the chip in that number 72 machine. Listen at him right there. So he's getting every bit of it out of it he can. What's the first lap going to be for the kid? Also a guy that runs with a sum. 31st fastest first lap around. Going to have to look to improve that for the second lap if he wants to get in a good spot for the heat races. What's it going to be for the 72 machine, the baby blue machine? Going to jump up to 29th, sitting 16.54. Not a bad showing for the kid. Matt Cocker. I've seen this guy a lot. He's actually really fast on these short tracks. In the NASCAR Truck Series is actually where I met him out a long time ago. Matt's pretty quick, so I look for him to be a contender here.
See, Dalton's out in chat right now, Tanner.
He's ugly.
Just qualifying, Dalton. Heat races will be on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Main event on Sunday.
Matt's first lap around was 16.57. Second lap around down the backstretch in 3 and 4. Painting that white line right around the bottom. Getting the most of it as he can. As the 12 machine is going to jump up to P9 with a 16.16 for Matt Cocker.
Only got about 7 to 8 drivers left here, Tanner. This actually flew by a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be honest.
I agree. As this man messaged me earlier, Dustin Slider is out on track here. See what he can do. As I can't tell in that picture, is he being dumped out of the chair on SDK? They went for a wild ride on his picture. It looks like it.
He definitely looks like he ate some dirt right there.
Yeah. That's funny. So first lap around with a 16.36. See what he can do here for lap number 2. Going to be a point 28, 16.28.
22nd out on the charts. Man, these times are so close.
Seriously, it seems as if one lapse of judgment, one small mistake, and I'm saying small, like tiny, maybe not even noticeable to us, but noticeable in the car, and you're out of it basically.
We talked about it in the pre-race show, man. We were watching Jason Day turn a few practice laps. A lot of on throttle time here. Like you said, if you're not on point, I mean, that's almost a full second out on track, it feels like, to these guys.
Absolutely. 24 is using that high lane, building that momentum up, get that car rolling as fast as you can get those 4 wheels rolling. 16.79 first lap around the circuit for lap number 2 here on the back stretch. It looks paint by numbers. It looks easy, folks, but I promise you it isn't, because they're racing with hundreds here, not nothing else but hundreds. As 24 car is going to slot in 26 with a 16.29.
Next driver out on track, Tanner, someone we got to watch. We talked to him during the pre-race show in Q1. I forget which one it was, to be honest, but Trevor Edwards, number 32.
Number 32 of Trevor Edwards, part of the shop. So another powerhouse short track racing team here. As he's teammates with Josh. I can't remember all. I was going to try to name them all, but he has a lot of fast teammates. He's fast himself. See what he can do. Well, Alex McCollum said he was racing for the shop. He had a great lap. See what 32 can do here. First lap was a 16.50 flat.
That's a good first lap.
It's got good momentum built for certain. He's loose there.
Here?
He's a little loose there.
Crosses the line.
16.21.
I was expecting a little bit more out of that 32 machine, to be honest.
Maybe like I
Still
said,
a good lap.
It may be one of the mistakes we don't even see, right? So minute and small, we can't really see it, but they feel it in the car, right? It could be something that simple.
So let's see who we got next. I think it's going to be Cameron Billings, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, he's got a good number, that's for certain.
Oh, don't be biased.
I'm not. That was totally unbiased. A great number though. It's probably the paint scheme of the night too. I have yet to see it, but if it has number 4 on it, it's gotta be a contender. Oh.
Okay, the paint scheme's kind of cool.
Yep. See? I just knew. I didn't even see the paint scheme yet. I knew it. It had number 4 on it. It had to be cool. Cameron Billings here, number 4, Winter Derby. Or qualifying for the Winter Derby. Wow. I was just reading the list there. See what the 4 car can do. Gonna get the momentum built like we've said all night long. It's all about momentum this first lap. Throw it out the window. It don't really matter, except you just basically cannot make a mistake on it. But it basically determines how good your second lap is. .16.76 first lap around. 4 car second in the lap, second attempt at it's going to be a 16.20. So actually knocked Trevor back in position. Trevor went from 15th. Now Cameron Billings has slotted in that 15th spot. Chase Robertson, he's a guy I've seen featured on the EPI web Facebook page and website. He's somebody he's joined almost 5 or 3,000 iRating in the last 5 months or so. So pretty cool. Got a good looking paint scheme in that number 31 machine as well. That's another caddy. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the same guy that races late models down in Bowman Gray. Now, don't hold me to that, because there is a Chase Robinson that does it, and I've spoke with him on here, but I think it's the same one. Sam, are you alive?
Yeah, I'm alive, Tanner. Sorry, I got people messaging me out the wazoo right now.
Oh, I got you. So, folks, if you could in the chat, just let me know where the wazoo is. He said they're messaging him out of that, so if you find it, let me know.
You can look that up on Google.
Yeah. Can you Google Maps that? Chase Robertson just goes 16th on the board with a 16.20. Jeremy Swanson, no relation to Joe Swanson from Family Guy, the 91 machine out on track.
Looks like after him, we got one more driver, Tanner. Or no, he is the last driver.
I was gonna say this might be the last driver here. I wish Tyler Payne. I wish he would just try to race. You know, he said he didn't get to do a whole lot of practice, right?
Well, you're a league owner yourself, Tanner. You know how it is.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
So
Jeremy Swanson's first lap around. It's going to be a 16.54 for Jeremy.
I like that paint scheme.
I do
Very
too.
festive.
Very, very festive for the Winter Derby here. Final guy to go. What's it going to be? Swanson's going to qualify. He was up high, though. P7 on the board with a 16.16. And now we will confirm. We'll confirm the top 10 starters with Tyler before we get going here. But that is the final qualifier of the night. Let's give Tyler a minute. We'll let him get his bearings together. We're going to throw it. Let's throw it over to Savage Edge really quick. And we'll be back momentarily, folks. And we'll get you your top 10 starters for tonight. Or for Thursday night.
Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday. It don't matter. Heat race. Right. Savage Edge, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back momentarily.
Shut up and sit down.
Chris Fine with the whole shot. Burrows gets wadded up right there. We got a nasty one.
3 laps here. We're underway here at Horsepower Bar.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to the couple commercials we had there, Tripods and the Wild Kyle, Wildman Wellman. Everybody knows that name. At least they will now. Bam Racing Shorts over on YouTube. Make sure you go subscribe to those guys. That's Brandon Metler and Corey Sherman at Savage Edge Graphics. Go to savageedge.com and get yourself a True Sim Productions t-shirt. We're going to be bringing up Tyler Payne now. And Tanner, I believe he's going to have the top 10 at least for us.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. So I just wanted to congratulate Parker Retzlaff for getting the pole tonight. The BK Paints Pole Award, $50 will go to him. Second place, Alex McCollum. So those two will be locked in, Parker and Alex. Ryan Kuhn qualified third, so he'll start first in Heat 1. Justin Brooks qualified fourth, so he's on the pole in Heat 2. Landon Rapp he rounds out the top 5. He'll start on the pole for Heat 3. Parker White, love to see, the Coke guys coming down and playing short tracks with us, but he'll lead Heat 4 to the green on Thursday after qualifying 6th. After that, 7th, we got Landon S. Huffman. P8 was Timmy Holmes. P9 was Reagan Parent, and 10th place was Derek Kraus.
Listen to them drivers' names right there, guys. That's you're looking at a lot of talent right there in the top 10, and you're looking at two guys that are very, very, very thankful tonight to not have to race your way in the heats. Finishing top 6 in the heats, folks. It will be live here on True Sim Productions this Thursday. What time's first heat rolling off, Tyler? You know, on top of your head?
About 8 o'clock. So looking forward to it.
8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, folks. We will be here. We'll go live probably about 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. That way, give a little bit of pre-race show before we get into the heat race. Well, folks, I want to thank y'all for tuning in as always here at True Sim Productions. Give us a thumbs up on the broadcast, maybe even a sub. And Sam, thank you for calling the action here tonight. It's night 1, prelim night. It's in the books. Alex McCollum and Parker Retzlaff, they locked down Rose 1. They're guaranteed the show. Final thoughts tonight, brother.
Final thoughts are, like I said, I can't believe how close times were tonight, Tanner. That is insane to me. It's going to put on some great racing, definitely on Sunday, but I am excited to be in the booth with you on Thursday.
Right on, buddy. Well, I'm excited to have you and excited to be back Thursday night. Check us out here. Folks, I want to thank you for tuning in as always. And until next time, we'll see ya.